Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Thursday. You know what that means. It is time for another Thursday Night Throwdown. And tonight, the final four of our Bottled in Bond tournament. So we are down to three matchups, two semifinals, the first of which is right now, and then our championship. We started with 16 Bottled in Bond whiskeys. We're down to four. Tonight, E.H. Taylor, maybe one of the favorites going in. Anybody that knows me knows that I sometimes dog on Buffalo Trace just because I feel like everybody talks about them so much, and they're great whiskeys, but some of the search for Buffalo Trace products is overblown. But I will tell you, E.H. Taylor is one of my favorite whiskeys of all time. Love it. But E.H. Taylor, great small batch, Bottled in Bond, terrific. And this guy, the James Pepper, or the Old Pepper, Bottled in Bond, this is the rye version. Fun story as these two face off tonight. We know that Colonel Edmund Haynes Taylor was involved and was the spearhead of what became the Bottled in Bond Act of 1897. We know there were some other distillers involved in that process. One of those was James Pepper from the Old Pepper Distillery. Old Pepper is Kentucky Distillery number 5. So a lot of history right here in the whiskey and bourbon community in Kentucky and in the United States, as well as specifically within this realm of Bottled in Bond. Both of these names playing a significant role in that particular part of our history and what has become a much sought after, in my opinion, type of bourbon. Or not just bourbon, anything. It could be rye, it could be single malt. All right, get these mixed around a little bit. This is going to be tough because I believe that this is probably would be considered one of my favorites going in, though its its second round match was against Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond, which I think is delicious as well. Pepper knocked out Henry McKenna in the first round. That's going a long way. We've also had Old Forester, which I thought would go a little farther than it did, as well as the Laws, which is a little bit of a smaller craft distillery out of Colorado. But I absolutely love their St. Louis rye. Thought that would go a little farther, didn't make it. So here we are with these two, and then next week our final two. The Jack Daniels Bonded and the Grizzly Beast from Redwood Empire. So, all right, without further babbling, let's get into this. All right. Pretty basic, classic nose. I'm not getting a ton of rye spice on this initially because I do know that I do have a bourbon and a rye. It's a little dusty, a little citrus, a little caramel. It's smooth. There's no ethanol. It's actually a pretty nice, rounded nose. This has got a little bit more bright citrus note. A little bit more of almost like a medicinal kind of note on it. Lends me to think that these may be in the right position, that this may be the rye grain. Again, not getting a ton of, there's a little bit of those baking spices. Not your classic like cinnamon, but some of those other auxiliary baking spices. And I'm not using medicinal in a bad sense, but kind of getting that vibe. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. The legs, though, on this one are absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's go into the palate. Let's see what we get. It's caramel. It's barrel sugar sweetness. It's dusty, oaky, decent finish, reasonable mouthfeel. Got some legs developing there. It's just your, and again, this is not in a bad way. This is your everyday bourbon, right? It just feels like and tastes like this is what bourbon's supposed to be, right? It's not necessarily a high proof or something where it's punching you in the face, but it has all of those qualities right there. It's not overpowering. It's simple. It's good. It's delicious. It's welcoming, but it has all of those notes that we're looking for without overwhelming us in any way. It's fantastic. Fantastic whiskey. All right, let's see what this guy has to offer. The color on this one's quite a bit darker, ironically. Try not to look at the bottom there. I guess not as much as it looks like when you get it into the light, but maybe my angle's sitting there. Okay. This one, now that those, to me, this one definitely, if I'm wrong on this, boy, I tell you, this one definitely has the rye spice. I get clove, even a little cardamom. I'm getting some of those peppercorn, some of those kind of big, heavy spice notes, not cinnamon, but some of those other kind of baking spice notes that are really predominant and come through very strong with some subtleties of some citrus in there. Subtle sweetness. On first sip, this one, I think these are probably in their right position. If I was to guess right now what they are or where they are. This one definitely carries the rye spice. This one, sweeter. Which one do I like better today? That's the question. And it's tough because I think I know which one they are. So I'm trying to put that out of my head and just zone into which one do I prefer right now in this moment of drinking. It's tough. It's tough. There's a reason these have come this far. Now, those of you that have followed me along the journey know that I am a Scotch guy at heart. I love my single malt Scotches, peated and unpeated, but I love that heavy malty, I love Scotch. And then I typically love rye whiskeys more than bourbons in a general sense, other than my Bookers, which I absolutely love Bookers. Maybe my favorite whiskey of all, including my Scotches. Love Bookers. But profile-wise, I like malt, I like rye, and then I kind of like corn, and then wheat. That's kind of where my palate lies. And again, there's outliers based on the recipes, the process, all those things. But with that being said, this one, which I think is the rye, the old pepper rye, man, it's so good. It's delicious. It generally hits my palate the way that I would want something to hit. With that, again, that cardamom, some of those heavy clove spice notes. And I like that. I like it a lot. But when I sit here in this moment and go, man, this is just a damn good sipping whiskey. It's a drinkable, good whiskey that I would pour a couple drams, and it has to be this one. It's just easy and delicious. I think it is the Taylor. If I'm wrong, everything about this goes out the window because I don't know what I'm talking about. But let's see what we got. Okay, it is number one. Thankfully, whew, that's saying all that, you missed that one. You're in big trouble. All right, yeah. So, James Pepper, great story, great distillery, great comeback from the distillery, and a great product. They have the bottled and bond rye. They've got the bottled and bond bourbon. They've got some single barrel offerings, high proof stuff. Love everything they're doing. But all you taters out there, all you Buffalo Trace people, Taylor moves to the finals, moved to the championship round of our Bottled and Bond tournament. And of all the Buffalo Trace products, and I've had almost everything they have to offer. And outside of maybe the William LaRue Weller, which is fantastic, even just plain old small batch is one of my favorites. My palate does love this. I love this stuff. So it moves on to the championship. E.H. Taylor, winner of our Thursday Night Throwdown. 2 more left, 1 more semifinal, and our championship round. We'll see you then. Cheers.